Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Gareth here from Murphy's Film, and welcome to my first impressions video of my new camera. And as you guys have just seen from the intro, that's right, it is a Rolleiflex, and as you've seen from the title, it's a Rolleiflex 2.8e. There may or may not be some images throughout this video because I've only shot one roll of film with this, and it was a roll of Kodak Portra 160, which is currently being sent off to the lab to get developed. So if I get the scans back before I upload this video, you'll see them possibly here. I'll put one up on screen now, and if you don't, you'll have just seen me go here. So before I carry on with this first impressions video, if you guys are interested in seeing more content from this Rolleiflex or any other cameras that I actually own, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like and comment down below. So with all that being said, here's my first impressions. So first, the basics on this Rolleiflex. This is the Rolleiflex 2.8e, and most Rolleiflexes, not all, but a lot of them, wear twin lens reflexes, which means it has two lenses, one for taking and one for viewing. So the way this works is you look at your subject over there, the image comes into this top lens and out through a mirror at the top that you look in through and you focus. The bottom is the taking lens. The nice thing about these is that they are leaf shutter lenses, which means that you can sync your flash with any of the shutter speeds throughout all of the shutter speeds that this offers you. This goes from 1/500th of a second all the way down to 1 second and then bulb. So this being the 2.8e, it actually does have a light meter. However, I got this Rolleiflex for half of the going price that it usually does go for because the light meter is not working yet. After this video has been recorded, this camera is about to get boxed up and sent off to PPP Repairs, also known as Piero. He's a guy down south in the UK who specialises in fixing old cameras, and he's given me a quote to have a look at the Rolleiflex, give it a CLA, and if he's got the parts, he's going to fix the light meter for me. If not, it's just going to be a clean CLA for me. So a few other things about this camera is the Rolleiflex 2.8e you could get with two kind of lenses. You could get the Carl Zeiss lens, which this one is. This is the Carl Zeiss 2.8, which is why it's a 2.8e. E is just the model number. Obviously 2.8 is the aperture of the bottom lens, because you can also get 3.5 versions of the same camera. So you could get a Carl Zeiss or a Exeter, I don't know how you'd say it. But yeah, that basically means this is a Carl Zeiss coating. It's a Carl Zeiss design lens and goes all the way down from f2.8 to f22. Now, as I say, I have actually shot one roll through this already, a roll of Kodak 1 Portra, which the guy who bought the camera off actually gave me. He only lived about 45 minutes to an hour away, so he actually drove up on a Sunday to actually come and deliver this camera because he didn't want it getting lost in the post, which I thought was really, really good, especially considering this was an eBay purchase. Personally, I've had quite a lot of luck with eBay, but I know there are horror stories out there of people buying cameras and it's showing up in bits and all that kind of stuff. So at my specific model, the top viewing lens is absolutely fine. The mirror inside, on the other hand, is desperate for clean. One of the reasons why I did get it for so cheap, and also why it's being sent down to Piero. By the way, if you guys do need a camera repairing or anything like that, I'll link Piero's website down below. He's also active on Instagram, etc, etc. You can see all the stuff that he's worked on, but the best way to get in touch with him is via email. So with most TLRs and basically waist level viewfinder cameras, you look down in the ground glass and left is right and right is left when you're looking through it. It's a bit disorientating, but having used a Mamiya RB in the past, and I've previously owned two Yashica matte 124Gs, just didn't gel with the camera. I'm pretty much used to this, and before I bought this, my only medium format camera was a Hasselblad 500C, which I bought back in 2017. So I'm very, very familiar with the whole left is right and right is left with looking through the ground glass. What I will say about this though is the focusing wheel on the right is very, very smooth, and to change your settings, it's just these two wheels either side. Your left one is for your aperture and your right is for your shutter speed, and you literally just turn these two dials to change the settings. And also, with this being 2.8 on medium format, obviously you can blow that background out as much as you want, because shooting wide open 2.8 on medium format is absolutely gorgeous. There's also a magnifier down in the top there, which you bring your eye right up to and gives you a little bit of assistance with that super critical focus, for example when focusing on somebody's eye. So yeah, besides that, there's not really much else that I want to say, except for I did put this up on my Instagram and asked, would you guys be interested in first impressions? So an overwhelming majority said yes, you would be interested in impressions, even if there was no pictures. But as I say, if I get my scans back before this goes live, I'll put some up throughout the video. I just wanted to make sure that the camera is actually working, etc., and no light leaks. The guy did assure me that there was no light leaks or anything, because there was actually sample pictures on the eBay listing, which is always good, to be fair. But my actual first impressions is, to advance your film is very, very smooth, a lot smoother than the yashica matte that I've used before. I'd also argue with the advanced crank that I've got on my Hasselblad, this is actually a lot easier. You've got your standard shutter stop switch, so it stops you from taking any accidental photos. You've got a flash sync port on the left hand side here, which actually does work. I've confirmed it and tested it at a lot of shutter speeds, not with film because I struggle metering for flash with film, but it does work. And besides the meter not working and the dull taken lens at the minute, which I know can be cleaned, I'm really impressed with the camera. It's, as I say, it's very smooth. If the meter can be, if Piero can fix the light meter, it's going to be an absolute bonus, because it's going to be one less piece of equipment for me to take out when I'm walking about. And the one last thing that I want to mention is that if you guys are interested in looking into buying a Rolleiflex, when you open the back of the camera up, when you're loading your film, with, as far as I know, it's all Rolleiflexes, but I'm not 100% sure. But with this one especially, there's this little roller here, and you need to make sure that your backing paper goes underneath that. Otherwise, you'll just be able to roll through the whole roll of film, and then it's game over for that roll. You might as well just chuck it in the bin. So as I say, bit of a shorter video this time, but it was just my first impressions with the Rolleiflex 2.8e. Absolutely lovely camera. It's just a shame it never come with a strap, because the strap lugs for this can be a bit expensive and a bit of a pain to find, but it is what it is. So yeah, this is going to be sent off for cleaning after this video, cleaning and a light meter repair hopefully. And once I've got this back, I'll do a little unboxing and we'll take it out for a test shoot once it's all done and cleaned up. It's been Garth here from Murphy's Film. As I said in the beginning, don't forget to leave a like, share, comment, subscribe and all that other good stuff, and I will speak to you guys later. Peace out.